Have you ever wondered about the man who walked away from the royal life to live on his own terms? Yes, we're talking about Prince Harry, born into centuries of tradition, with a royal lineage that's as complex as it is fascinating. Prince Harry has always been a figure of intrigue and admiration, yet his life has been anything but typical for a royal. This prince, known for his charm and rebellious streak, made a decision that shocked the world. He chose to step back from his royal duties, trading the grandeur of Buckingham Palace for a more private life. The decision was not taken lightly, and it's a testament to Prince Harry's determination to forge his own path, away from the glare of the royal spotlight. It's a tale of courage, independence, and the pursuit of personal happiness. Join us as we delve into the life of a prince who chose a different path. Born on September 15, 1984, Prince Harry was christened Henry Charles Albert David. The world welcomed the younger son of Prince Charles and the late Princess Diana with great joy and anticipation. The fourth in line to the British throne, he was christened at St. George's Chapel in Windsor Castle, a place that would later hold significant importance in his life. Growing up, Prince Harry's life was a blend of royal duties and childhood pleasures. Despite the watchful eyes of the media, his parents made sure he experienced a life not entirely confined to palace walls. He was often seen laughing and playing with his elder brother, Prince William, showing early signs of the close bond they would share. Even as a child, Prince Harry's vivacious spirit was undeniable. Known for his mischievous grin and adventurous nature, he was the one to bring a spark of energy into the stately halls of Kensington Palace. His childhood was also marked by the royal traditions and responsibilities that came with his title. He attended prestigious schools such as Wetherby School and Ludgrove School before heading to Eton College, following in the footsteps of his father and brother. The prince's academic journey was closely followed by the public, but it was his passion for sports, particularly polo and rugby, that truly captured the nation's interest. However, Prince Harry's early years were not without challenges. Growing up in the public eye meant constant scrutiny and pressure. Every smile, every tear, every childhood prank was under the microscope, shaping and molding the young royal's character in ways only he could understand. Yet, through all the trials and tribulations, Prince Harry emerged as a compassionate, lively, and resilient individual. His early years were a testament to his enduring spirit and the extraordinary life he was destined to lead. A life filled with royal duties, personal adventures, and an unwavering commitment to make a difference. This was the beginning of a life that was anything but ordinary. The year 1997 brought a devastating blow to young Harry with the tragic demise of his mother, Princess Diana. The loss of his mother at such a tender age was a heart-wrenching ordeal, one that would profoundly shape his life and character. The world watched as Harry, just 12 years old, walked behind his mother's casket, his grief on public display. However, the depths of his sorrow, the void left by Diana's untimely departure, were things the public eye could scarcely discern. It was a sorrow that he would carry with him, a sorrow that would ultimately help mold him into the man he would become. In the wake of this immense loss, Harry sought solace and purpose in service. The Royal Military Academy Sandhurst became his new home in 2005, marking the beginning of a decade-long military career. It was a bold move and one that took many by surprise, but for Harry, it was a path that offered a sense of direction, a way to channel his energy and pain into something greater than himself. His tenure in the British Army was nothing short of remarkable. Rising to the rank of captain, he served 2 tours in Afghanistan, demonstrating courage, resilience, and a steadfast commitment to his comrades and his country. He often spoke of his time in the military as a transformative period, a time that allowed him to step out of the shadow of his royal persona and embrace a more grounded, real-world experience. It was here, amidst the grit and rigor of military life, that Harry found a sense of identity outside the palace walls. He wasn't just a prince, but a soldier, a comrade, a friend. He was part of a team, part of something bigger than himself. His years in the military taught him values of discipline, camaraderie, and the real cost of freedom. Harry's military service revealed a man who wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty. He was a prince who chose to serve, to fight, and to stand shoulder to shoulder with his fellow soldiers, showing the world a side of royalty that was both admirable and profoundly human. In 2016, the world was abuzz with news that Prince Harry was dating American actress Meghan Markle. As whispers turned into headlines, the world watched with bated breath as the unconventional romance between the British prince and the American actress blossomed. Harry, the rebellious royal, had always been one to defy expectations, and his relationship with Meghan was no exception. Meghan Markle, a divorced biracial woman, was far from the traditional royal bride. Yet, it was clear that Prince Harry was smitten. Their relationship was a whirlwind, defined by shared passions for philanthropy and a deep, palpable love for each other. From their first public appearance together at the Invictus Games, it was clear Prince Harry was a man in love. The world watched as Harry kneeled, offering Meghan a ring that held a piece of his mother's jewelry, a poignant tribute to the past and a hopeful promise for the future. The proposal was intimate, taking place in their cottage's kitchen. It was a testament to their love story, one that was uniquely theirs. The royal wedding that followed was nothing short of a fairy tale. Held at the St. George's Chapel in Windsor, the ceremony was a blend of royal tradition and modernity. Meghan, dressed in an elegant Givenchy gown, walked down the aisle to meet Harry, who looked at her with nothing but love in his eyes. Their vows were heartfelt, and the world watched, captivated, as they promised to love and cherish each other. Their wedding was a powerful symbol, not just of their love, but of the changing face of the British monarchy. It was a celebration of diversity and love, a testament to the power of change. The prince seemed to have found his happily ever after. But was everything really as perfect as it seemed? In 2020, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex made a shocking announcement. A revelation that sent ripples not only across the royal family, but around the globe. The couple decided to step back from their roles as senior members of the British royal family. This was a decision that was unprecedented, one that was not taken lightly, and as you can imagine, it stirred a whirlwind of reactions and speculations. Why would they choose to leave the royal comforts and duties behind? Well, the reasons were multifaceted. For one, they sought to carve out a progressive new role within the institution. They yearned for a life that offered them more independence, the ability to focus on their own personal interests and philanthropic endeavors, and most importantly, the freedom to build a healthier environment for their growing family. The couple's desire for a more private life was no secret. The relentless scrutiny and the intense media pressure they faced were undoubtedly a driving factor in their decision. The Duchess, Meghan, had been particularly vocal about the toll that the relentless tabloid attention had taken on her mental health. So, with a step back, they embarked on a journey to America, a move that was symbolic in many ways. It was a return home for Meghan and a fresh start for the family. It was a step away from the royal traditions, and a step towards a life that they hoped would afford them the peace, privacy, and normalcy they craved. The decision was met with a mix of shock, support, and criticism. Some applauded their bravery to break away from the constraints of royalty, while others criticized them for abandoning their duties. But in the end, it was a personal choice, one that they felt was best for their family. This bold move marked a new chapter in Prince Harry's extraordinary life. A chapter that continues to unfold, intriguing and fascinating us all. A tale of a prince who chose love, independence, and normalcy over a life of royal duties and expectations. A prince who dared to redefine his role, not just in the royal family, but in the world. So, what have we learned about Prince Harry? Well, we've delved into his enigmatic persona, beginning with his royal birth and childhood, steeped in both privilege and public scrutiny. We've witnessed the heart-rending loss of his mother, Princess Diana, a tragedy that shaped him profoundly and led him to a life of service in the military. We've explored his love story with Meghan Markle, an American actress who captured his heart and changed the course of his life. Their relationship, filled with affection and defiance, led to a monumental decision. They chose love over duty, stepping back from the intense glare of royal responsibilities, a decision that sent shockwaves around the world. In the grand scheme of things, Prince Harry's life is a complex tapestry of joy, sorrow, duty, and defiance. His journey, full of unexpected turns, shows us that even when bound by centuries-old tradition and expectation, one can carve their own path. Prince Harry's journey is a testament to the fact that even in the face of tradition and expectation, one can carve their own path.